Welcome back to Captain of Industry, and this is already episode 8 of our new Let's Play series where I'm showing you how to master this game from start to finish. In the previous few episodes we've made some great progress. In particular, we've automated a lot of our production here. As you can see, we have a lot of belts, taking our input material like the coal and the iron into the blast furnaces, then into the metal casters, then it's going into construction of multiple things like mechanical parts. Here are construction part level 2. Also here some vehicle parts. We've also automated our copper production, which comes with some copper electrolysis on top of the normal blast furnace and metal caster. We have a huge concrete slab factory, basically 100 slab per minute at full speed. And finally here in the last episode we've increased our diesel production. We're producing now quite a lot of diesel and we can easily double that production, as you can see. But we have one major problem. Our population has been growing, but haven't really followed with food. Now our potatoes is almost below 250, which is 13 months of supply only, and this will continue to decrease if we don't change something. But the good news is we have unlocked quite a few things. We have unlocked irrigated farms, crop rotation, soon we'll have vegetable farming, and on top of that, of course, we have our conveyors. So we can do a lot better than these two meager farms, not well organized. We're going to definitely do a lot here. I'm going to show you some interesting layouts that I hope you'll enjoy. On top of that, we should give a bit of love to our population. They've been working hard, so we're gonna give them some water. Let's start with the basic. Right now, their health is quite low because they don't get anything. They have their base health, but then pollution and water, pollution, nothing else. So let's give them some fresh water. We'll also for sure have time to send our ship to continue to explore the world, and I'm sure we'll do a couple of other things along the episode. So as I said, we want to improve that production, but we also want to make it a lot more efficient, and right now this is not aligned with this. This is in the middle, this is not good. So let's change all of that. I also want to make sure that I clear a bit more all of these trees because I want to use later on that space over here. So we're going to clear that later. We can clear these ones. We're going to then move our waste collection. We can put it here for now. So I can unpause this, put some Unity, and then delete this one. And this one I'm not going to delete right away because if I delete it, I lose all of my potato. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put truck import off. Therefore, anytime I make new potatoes, it's not gonna go there. On the other hand, it's gonna go there. So this one will also give some Unity. I'm also gonna put another one for later here. Okay, now we can unpause for a bit, just for these things to get constructed. And you see we're already at 12 months only, and not 13. So this one is working but has no potato. This one has potatoes, but it's not and it is still working, otherwise we would be in trouble. That will continue to go down, but hopefully as soon as we deliver a bit here, so in well, not right now actually, because we're in rotation, natural replenishment. Actually, let's move directly to the next one. Okay, so in 3 months, I'm going to produce some. It's raining, so it's going a bit back up. As you can see, it is a super low production. That's not good. And again, that's what we want to change. Okay, so that's been built. You can see it here. It is in storage. So some trucks are going, picking it up, bringing it here. As soon as this happens, we can start deleting these, or everything basically. Okay, so we have 46. That's not a lot. That's better than nothing. That should be hopefully enough to survive. Oh, there's also 3 here. Let's delete everything and let's give some Unity the whole thing. Hopefully this one will be emptied also quite quickly. Perfect. Come on. Okay. We have 1 month supply. That's not gonna be good. That is not good. That is not good. Okay, now we're going to build irrigated farms directly, and I'm going to rotate it so that the output is very close to the market. Okay, Then we're going to put 3 of these because I have the space, and 2 is definitely not enough to feed my current population. Okay, then here we're going to put storage, just 1 tile away. I'm gonna put 2. And then conveyor belts, this is the U shape that you want because this is what transport potatoes. Up here, similarly. Okay, and then here you need to press F so that you can go along. And this one can go here. This will use quite a lot of resources to build and quite a lot of electricity, but then we won't have any trucks at all. And you know how valuable trucks are, because also trucks use diesel. Okay, so here it is connected. Then the second thing to do is let's make sure that we start with some potatoes. Then we go into using water and manure. Then we go back into potatoes and manure. And then we can press V to take this and apply it to the other 2. Then we're gonna want to provide water. This is irrigated. If we look here, I am in the water, so that's great. I can have water production directly here. If we look here, it says an average need of 32.4. To be honest, I'm not sure if that accounts for rain or not, but basically what it means that 32, that means 96, which means that it is basically 2 of these, because this is 48. So that's what we're gonna do. This is 48 per minute, but pipe level 1 is only 60. So that is also one of the small issue that we get there. We can use only 1, that's fine, but we need to use both of the outputs and inputs. Okay, that should work fine. I forgot to put water here. And potatoes here. Perfect. And put it. Okay, so that should work pretty well. Yeah, we want to put also off. Off. I don't want trucks to come. Yeah, so I think that's looking pretty good. And hopefully we won't starve too much while this gets too full. We shouldn't have a problem. Now it's raining, so I think the water is already going up even if water is just starting. So this is what's happening here, right? We're taking some water and manure to increase our fertility so that our fertility goes up. So vegetable farming is not finished yet, but the idea is then later you put vegetable farming over here to go into that market in a similar fashion. You put water again here as needed. And then right in the middle, we can have a fertilizer. I can actually make that pipe in advance to make sure that we are ready for vegetable farming. Let's also send our ship, and we have now just discovered the oil rig. We can repair it with giving some construction part level 2. So let's make sure that we do that. To do this, you need to come back and here click start loading the ship with whatever is necessary. And we're continuing to make other researches, starting with the captain office and other edicts, then moving into housing level 2, and then lastly the research lab level 2, which is the main thing. To get then all of this, we need this research lab level 2. Okay, so talking about farming, if you look here at the vegetables, it's in different category. Here are the carbs, here is the vitamins, and this will provide us some unity. So we definitely want to do that at some point. But before, I wanted to give water to this. So water facility here, it also needs to be attached. So you can put anywhere in this outside. If we look, it also has two one input and one output. The input is water, the output is basically dirty water. So we're gonna put it over here, and I am not anymore into the water section, so we are going to have to put a reservoir. You could put rainwater harvester, but I think groundwater is a lot more efficient. So I'm just gonna put a reservoir and get the water coming from anywhere we want. I'm going to just put it next to it, make it a bit clean. I'm just going to put it next to it. Simple. And this one here needs first a liquid dump. And then your pipe. Probably not a line. Oh, it is actually a line. That's great coincidence. You can see here consumption is going to consume 22 per minute. This will of course increase with our population, and that means an output of 18. This can output 60, so we don't have a problem. We're not gonna need another one quite soon. And this is water. Of course, also let's make sure to keep it a bit full. And we probably will have, the water is coming from here. So I'm going to put a ramp. Small one, not too close. Something like this, perfect. We can unpause all of this. Throw some unity because we have tons of it. And that should be, right now we're at 1.4 of unity per month because we only have some from the food. As soon as this starts working, which means as soon as we get some water in, let's do off and off, by the way. Perfect. Okay, this is starting. We are providing now water, 1.2 unity per month on top. This is great. So it is. Now they have some water. They should be a bit more healthy too, +3 water. And this is increasing slowly but surely, perfect, +10. So now they're very happy. Very healthy, very happy. And let's now do vegetables. Because potatoes have increased a lot. It is still red, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure why. I think this is because most of the months I don't produce this. I don't produce potatoes, right? I produce potatoes every few months. Then I produce a lot, and then I consume every month. So I think this is why it's always red, because it always goes down, except on that month. But you can see we started the episode at 250. We're now at 430. So definitely going up. We don't have yet a lot of reserves, but soon this will get full. Both of these will get full, so basically. Let's put that off too, actually. Perfect. So we said we want vegetables. A vegetable farm is the same. It is a normal farm, but here, instead of taking potatoes, you're going to take vegetables. You can see it's taking slightly less water, but it's also taking slightly more time for slight more production. Okay, that is 3 tiles. And then we copy. And the third one won't fit right now because we have trees. So please make sure that you kill those trees as soon as possible. You really want to focus on these ones over here first. I could also help with this by making this a temporary storage of wood over here. Or something like this. Where we say this one is wood. That's not what I want to do. V, up, P, U. Perfect. Okay, so we're starting with the pipe. When the pipe is done, let's put the storage. Perfect. And then next to the storage, is 2 grain water pumps. This one is actually be fine here. Perfect. It's not a perfect, completely perfect, super efficient layout, but not like that space could be used. Okay. This one is definitely slightly more efficient than this one. Then we must continue this one. So that is fine, that is fine. Yeah, I think we can start it. So unpause all of this. Throw some Unity at it. Perfect. Or not. What did I do? That's a good start. And we see we have a problem with our dumping ground. I think our dumping ground is finished over here. Yeah, they're trying to dump dirt, which is perfect because this is, I wanted to start my line over here. I want to start to dump into the sea so that we can use this for a new port. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna press F and do something like this. Perfect. Now they're going. This is being built. What's happening? Oh, I am out actually. Completely missed that. And did I deliver? All cargo is loaded. So let's start delivering this cargo. Perfect. And let's make sure that this is working actually. This is working. We have good reserve. I think it's just that we've built a lot. And then we can start making the belt over here. Yeah, this is quite a lot of construction parts, as you can see, that we've been using. Perfect. The oil rig was fully repaired. Let's get there. So now, here it is. This is the oil rig. It is at level 2. We can upgrade it. Don't ask me why to level 4. I don't know where level 3 went. We can see that there is a huge reserve. 2 million, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 million, which is equivalent of 3,200 years at this rate of 54 per minute. We can also decrease it to 27 per minute if we want. That will decrease the number of workers and the unity that is used. The one problem is that one diesel factory, if you remember, is actually 54. So having it at 1 is actually not that great for now. Having it at 2, we can do it. This also does consume just a bit of maintenance, really not a lot. And we can either use our ship right now to take the products that are stored, or we can later on have a dedicated cargo ship to do it. At the moment we don't really need it. We have some oil on on our island, but we have some oil on the island, but if you remember, it was something I think like 80,000, which is basically nothing compared to this, right? So it will of course be empty on the island at some point, and then this is really important. For now, I want to continue exploring before we go home. We've produced our first vegetables, but there's nowhere to send them. There's no storage right now, and there's no market. So let's build this one and let's give it. I know we're being attacked, and because we have no defenses or anything, we should definitely come back. The second one here has been built too. That's great. And actually, we have the space to put the third one. So it's the same as this. Unpause this, that, and that one. And throw some unity, the whole thing. Okay. So we have some vegetable market here. Let's see what will happen. We are at 0 here. Now we're at +8. And as you saw, we are also providing some utility. So right now we're producing food and water. We're not giving them electricity or household goals or appliances or electronics or hospitals, but it's a start. It's a start. Our ship is back and took a bit of damage. So let's repair it. It's just iron. We have a lot of iron. That's not the problem. You can find the captain office here next to your beacon. It does cost quite a lot, to be honest. 150 for each construction part. It's 20 people. It's also quite a bit of electricity. So we're not gonna build it right now. To be honest, I don't really need it right now. But what is great is you've seen we have really revamped completely our food production, upgraded. We have now 600 potatoes. We're again going to increase even more when we fill out this one. And we're going to do just now the same over here, where I'll basically put storage. It's a different storage. The vegetable goes into this one. You can do it like this. This one going directly into it. Capacity is running pretty well. I like it. We don't have a huge production yet of parts because they're all still manual. And I want to increase that to electric pretty soon, but it does take some construction part level 2 and some electronics. We have quite a bit of electronics, more than 300, but the level 2 parts, that's the problem. Which is why we're actually going to start by first increasing this one. This one will go to level 2 first. One difference to note though is that when you move them to electric, they will start to take some electricity. It will also take more people, and as you can see, they also take some maintenance now. So you do have to be careful about this. For example, make sure that you have some reserve of electricity and some reserve of maintenance before you start upgrading all of your factories. The other thing to look at is we don't have too much workers anymore, and the farms are taking a lot of workers each. So we're going to restart our beacon and we're going to expand our city. The good thing is that we're getting very soon housing level 2, which means that in each block we can have 130 people. So it is, ladies and gentlemen, just a few minutes have passed and we have now our farms working really well. You can see that our potatoes is really full and already we have more than 200 vegetables. This continues to go up with the belt over here. All of those nice vegetables. So our population is happy. They are happy and they should be. Things are going pretty well, except one thing, as you can see, the rubber. I'm using a lot of rubber for all of that belts, and I'm not producing that much. I'm producing some, but not that much. We do need to be careful, and I'll probably increase that production of rubber in the next episode. I'll probably also let the game run just a bit so that we get to the research lab level 2 for the next episode. If you like this episode, don't hesitate to press the like button, and I hope to see you next time.